Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? For fast and the cheapest coins anywhere, make sure you guys check out MMOEXP.com and use code ZERK for 5% off your order. Link is in the description.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another video, and today I'm going to be going over my Team of the Week, Week 10 predictions. And per usual, I always say this, I have to do this video now before the football game tonight because, of course, they do the reveals tonight, so I'll have a video tonight going over the heroes. If anything crazy happens tonight, they could switch out some of the players. I want to give a shout out to Thomas Bits for being a part of the Totw gang. If you guys have a chance, shout out the next video, drop a like in the vid, make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, notification bell on, and comment down below Totw gang. Now I will say, I may have just this video today, and then also a video tonight, because to be honest, you guys, my throat's kind of hurting. You know, I did go to the Cowboys game yesterday, was absolutely incredible, was my first actual game ever. I did go to the Pro Bowl before, but it was my first game ever. I took my dad with me, and it was incredible. Yes, I was definitely screaming a lot at the game, so my throat is a little bit sore this morning, so you may only see this video and then the night video tonight, but nonetheless, still gonna have another video today. Now, with that as well, I want to say thank you guys for all the support you guys have shown me throughout the year to allow me to even do that, and also thank you so much for all the support, guys, with Underdog Fantasy. If you guys have not checked it out already, code ZERK match your first deposit up to $100, and yes, you can do it in some states like Florida, which I currently live in, which is a big reason as to why I partner with them. You can also use it in California and some other states as well, so check it out, see if you can use it. And tonight is Monday Night Football, so I will be tweeting out my picks for the game tonight. We have Rams and 49ers, so should be a pretty good game. Check it out. I'll leave a link at the top of the comment section. With that, let's get into my predictions. You guys can see them right here. Ramondre Stevenson. I do think that Stevenson is going to get a card. Now, where exactly is he going to be in the set could come down to one other player. Now, I wouldn't be surprised to actually see him be the top set piece, and I'll get into exactly why. Now, would the card be any good? Well, he is 227 pounds, so that's pretty good. I mean, it's not Derrick Henry, he's not 235, whatever, but 227 is actually pretty solid. And in terms of speed, 78 speed for a 68 overall, this could be a pretty decent card for the Patriots. Now, Ramondre Stevenson did have a really good game, though. 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Without Damian Harris there, I think you could get it. Now, as for the second player in the set, I'm going with Devonta Smith. Now, I will say, I think Devonta has a chance to not get a card. And the reason why I think he could not get a card is because of Justin Jefferson. Now, Justin Jefferson, I believe, had 140 yards, but no touchdowns. And touchdowns do matter a lot when it comes to getting Team of the Week upgrades. And since Justin Jefferson doesn't have any upgrades yet, I could potentially see Justin Jefferson stealing this spot here from Devonta Smith, who did have 66 yards and 2 touchdowns, and obviously he's just going to get a +1. He's not going to get higher than that. He can already power up to 88 overall, so if he does get an upgrade, it's going to be a +1, which would be decent for the Eagles team. And the final player for my set, I'm going with CeeDee Lamb. Now, you might say, well, Zirk, why would CeeDee Lamb not get replaced and Devonta Smith would get replaced with Justin Jefferson? Well, that's because CeeDee Lamb had a better week than Devonta Smith. So I think CeeDee probably has the better chance to actually stay in this set and get a +1 because he had 94 yards and 2 TDs in comparison to Devonta Smith, 66 yards and 2 TDs, and both of them could easily get a +1, which, by the way, as I already said, you know, I was at the Cowboys game. I watched CeeDee in pregame, and I tweeted out and said, guys, if you're on Underdog, take CeeDee Lamb's over. His over was like 76 yards, something like that. I said, take his over. He's going for 100 yards today. Close. He did go for 100 total yards because he had a 12-yard rush. But CeeDee Lamb absolutely was a major factor in the Cowboys winning that game. The absolute demolition of the Falcons. Sorry to any Falcons fans out there, you know, not to rub it in or anything. But yeah, CeeDee Lamb is a demon. CeeDee Lamb is an absolute monster. He 100% deserves to get a +1 here, but also we need a big card for CeeDee. I think he solidified himself enough as a top receiver. On to the defensive side of the ball. Now, I think there are actually quite a few pretty good defensive players that could get upgrades. Now, is this one biased because I was actually at the Cowboys game and, you know, I saw Jordan Lewis in person and he made some crazy plays? Maybe. Maybe not, though. 3 passes defended, an interception, and 3 tackles. And when I tell you he was a big game changer, because on 3rd down, they tried to throw to Kyle Pitts, who was destroying us, swatted it. 4th down, they went for it. Jordan Lewis swatted it. He absolutely balled out. Probably had one of the best games of his career, and he only has a 73 overall. And I promise, I don't really think this one's biased, because if you look at his stats, you look at the other players that from this week, I actually think Jordan Lewis has pretty good potential to get this card here. So I think he'll probably, based on the other 2 players that I actually have in the set here, he could potentially be like the top set piece, potentially, because the other 2 players, spoiler, probably going to get +1s. And that's because Devin White absolutely deserves a +1. Now, he already has a 91 overall, powered up to 92. That's a big card already. However, this man had 2 sacks and 18 tackles. 18 tackles and 2 sacks. And I'm pretty sure 3 tackles for loss as well. So yes, Devin White absolutely deserves to get a +1. Would that make the card, really, really good again? Well, 91 speed, 91 excel, that'd be pretty good. The block shit up even higher, hit power up even higher. Some coverage, still not up to a 90. The jumping would be about a 91, change direction, 86. And he's still 6 feet tall. So, not really for me, but for Bucs theme teams, I'm sure you guys would love to get an additional +1 to Devin White. And after that game, yeah, he deserves it. My other set piece player is going to be Eric Kendricks. Now, I actually thought about Jamal Adams as well, potentially throwing him into this set, but if I put Jamal Adams in this set, right, I think he would probably replace Jordan Lewis. But I don't really see that happening because EA probably doesn't want to do 3 +1s, and given as well, they need to have a player to actually make as the NCAT, which I think is going to be Jordan Lewis this week. The solos and everything, so I do think Eric Kendricks will probably get a +1 over Jamal Adams because Kendricks had 8 tackles, a sack, and an interception, whereas Adams just had tackles and the interception. And Eric Kendricks had a really, really, really good interception as well. Like, it was acrobat IRL for sure. So Eric Kendricks here, +1. Don't really think that makes the card good, but yeah, he deserves it. And as for the LTD for this week, I do think that it will probably be Adrian Peterson. Now, I will say the player I actually wanted to put as the LTD is currently a free agent. So I don't know if EA can actually do a card for him because he is a free agent. But the player that I would have put here is in 2017, Adrian Claiborne absolutely destroyed my Cowboys. 6 sacks and 2 forced fumbles. So, to me, that should be the LTD. But since he's a free agent, I don't know how that's going to work. And then Adrian Peterson, of course, just signed with the Titans, so he is now eligible to get cards. And in 2015, he had 203 yards and a touchdown. So I could very well see Adrian Peterson getting the LTD if they can't do Adrian Claiborne. And then as for the actual hero, I'm going with Patrick Mahomes for the hero. 406 yards and 5 touchdowns. Yeah, absolutely incredible game. Now, the issue is, right, Mahomes is an improviser. Let's say they once again come out and make Team of the Week heroes 93 overall. Well, that means he's, number 1, not going to get Howard Master. He won't get that until much later in the year. But Gunslinger for improvisers, you need to be 95 overall with 95 throw power, which means he will not be able to get Gunslinger either. So I don't think that the Mahomes card would necessarily be as good as people would want it to be because his abilities would be kind of bad. But it's still Patrick Mahomes, and it would be nice to see him get an upgrade. Now, as for my 2 flashback legend players for Team of the Week, I am going with Julius Peppers, which I feel like I have Julius Peppers on my Team of the Week predictions like a couple times a year, but I just want the card. I love Julius Peppers cards. So Julius Peppers back in 2008 did have 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and a pass defense. Now, I will say, Antonio Cromartie in 2007 had 3 interceptions, but we just got a corner last week, so they're not going to do Antonio Cromartie, which is unfortunate because I would have loved to see Crow in the game. But Julius Peppers, I hopefully think that we will see him. And then for the flashback offensive player, I'm going with Ocho Cinco, who in 2006 had 213 yards and 2 touchdowns. So those are my flashback legend type player predictions. Those are my in general Team of the Week, Week 10 predictions. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure you guys drop a like on it, and of course hit that sub button down below. Let me know what you guys think about it, and let me know who you guys think we will see. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time.